Watch Ukrainian forces obliterate 2 Russian armored personnel carriers in a skilled attack. Video footage recorded by Ukraine's 30th Mechanized Brigade destroying Russian armored vehicles is yet to have the location verified. Sources have claimed the military footage was either taken in the east or south of the country, where lots of heavy fighting is continuing to take place. The video showed the accuracy and skill of the Ukrainian army, which managed to take out the tanks with one hit of heavy artillery. The war in Ukraine has been heating up this week as Ukrainian soldiers fight to retake occupied regions of their country, back from Russia. The video shows a Russian armored tank in a large unidentified field. Ukrainian troops locate the tank and begin to take aim, before launching and detonating a weapon that precisely hit the tanks with one shot. The tank began to erupt with flames, as thick heavy smoke engulfed the first vehicle. The second tank was hit by Ukrainian forces and left to burn in an open field, causing a thick black cloud of smoke to continue to rise out of the top of the vehicle. Dr. John Callahan told Express.co.uk, "I think that the scale of Russia's losses is shockingly more than they ever expected, obviously. They thought it was going to be a 3-day war. There are a couple of pieces of it. Of course, the Russians are not saying a damn thing, and why would they? And so, our main source for information about this stuff is the Ukrainians, and they have a big interest in appearing to cause a lot of damage and to be strong." And Ukraine's Turkish-made drones are blowing up Russian equipment in southern Ukraine, helping to clear a path for Ukrainian battalions as they fight their way toward Russian-occupied Kherson. Videos that have circulated online since Kyiv announced its long-anticipated southern counteroffensive on Monday depict the 1.5-ton, propeller-driven Bayraktar TB2 drones striking a Russian mortar team and a self-propelled howitzer. It's likely there have been many more drone strikes in the south in recent days, there's just no visual evidence yet. The southern drone strikes underscore the durability of Ukraine's TB2 force as Russia's wider war on Ukraine grinds into its 6th month. The Russians, despite their best efforts, have failed to destroy enough TB2s or supporting equipment to ground the force. The strikes also hint at the effects of the Ukrainian Air Force's ongoing suppression of enemy air defenses campaign. The SEAD effort, combining Ukrainian MiGs with American-supplied anti-radar missiles, seems to have cleared the air for the slow, essentially defenseless TB2s. It was an open question, in the days leading up to Russia's invasion of Ukraine on the night of February 23, whether Ukraine's roughly 24 missile-armed TB2s even would survive the first volley of Russian missiles. A month later, it was apparent the TB2s not only survived, they quickly flew into action. In those critical early weeks of the wider war, TB2s belonging to the Ukrainian Air Force and Navy dismantled whole swathes of Russia's frontline air defense network, then began striking Russian tanks, trucks, trains, command posts, and even ships at sea. Firing 14-pound, laser-guided smart micro-munition missiles, the TB2s so far have knocked out around 100 Russian vehicles, radars, and command posts that outside analysts can confirm. The actual number of drone kills undoubtedly is much higher. TB2s played a central role in Ukraine's sea denial campaign in the western Black Sea starting in April. Drones reportedly distracted the crew of the Russian Navy cruiser Moskva so a ground-based Neptune missile crew could strike the vessel, ultimately sinking it. TB2s also blew up ships and helicopters resupplying the Russian garrison on Snake Island, starving the garrison and eventually forcing it to evacuate. It's not a totally one-sided fight. The Russians in 6 months have shot down 13 TB2s and destroyed at least one of the ground-based radio relays that, possibly along with Turksat satellites, allow crews to control the drones from hundreds of miles away. But Turkish drone maker Bayraktar has made good Ukraine's drone losses. It's possible the Ukrainian TB2 fleet actually is bigger now than it was before the war. Desperate and disappointed Russian forces back in April even tried to create the impression they'd shot down more TB2s than they actually had, by staging old drone wreckage in a sloppy mimicry of a more recent crash. Ukraine's SEAD campaign MiGs firing high-speed anti-radiation missiles is working in conjunction with the drone campaign. TB2s are vulnerable to air defenses. The Ukrainians have written off more TB2s than they have any other warplane type. But as HARMs knock out more and more Russian radars, surface-to-air missile launchers, and ground-based air defense guns, there are fewer obstacles to TB2 strikes. The drone crews can hunt targets at their leisure. Ever freer to strike Russian forces, the TB2s could play a key supporting role as the Ukrainian counteroffensive develops. The mortar and howitzer the drone crews knocked out this week could be just the first of many victims.